Hi there, it's August 6th and time for Proverbs 6. Jump over there. Now these are separated, they're highlighted more to separate the thoughts than highlighted, and I'm just going to leave them there, okay? Okay. Now this is the beginning of something he will talk about over and over and over again, okay? Today we call it co-signing, okay? Putting up surety for a neighbor. My son, if you have put up security for your neighbor, have given your pledge for a stranger, which means if you're co-signing for your son to buy a car, you're putting your security to somebody you don't even know, whoever he's borrowing money from, right? If you are snared in the words of your mouth, caught in the words of your mouth, then do this, my son, and save yourself. If you have come into the hand of your neighbor, go, hasten and plead urgently with your neighbor. Give your eyes no sleep, and your eyelids no slumber. Save yourself like a gazelle from the hand of the hunter, and like a bird from the hand of the fowler, right? Or better off, just don't do it in the first place, right? Right. Okay. 6, 7, and 8 goes together. Go to the ant, O sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise. Without having any chief, officer, or ruler, she prepares her bread in summer and gathers her food in harvest. Right? You know, ants, like ants and bees, most of them, they're all female, okay? They have no rulers. They have somebody who lays the eggs and propagates their species, but they're not rulers. They just take care of them because they want to propagate their species, okay? And they all work, right? They walk in lines, march in ranks. Okay? Every once in a while, I will find them in my kitchen in the morning, have been working all night, right? Preparing their bread in summer and their food in harvest, right? Okay, how long will you lie there, O sluggard? Will you arise from your sleep? This is one of Solomon's favorite sayings right here, okay? 10 and 11. You'll find it at least 5 times in Proverbs. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come upon you like a robber, and want like an armed man. Right? Don't be lazy. It's all right to take a break, but don't be lazy. Right? Okay. A wicked person, a worthless person, a wicked man goes about with crooked speech, winks with his eyes, signals with his feet, points with his finger. With perverted heart, he devises evil, continually sowing discord. Therefore, calamity will come upon him suddenly. In a moment, he will be broken beyond healing. Right? We call these scammers today, okay? And there's always been somebody or a group of people trying to take advantage of somebody else, okay? Back then, they did it lying, okay? Crooked speech, winking with their eyes, signaling with their feet, pointing with his fingers, you know. With perverted heart, desires evil. Okay? And they will get theirs. They usually fall suddenly beyond, broken beyond healing. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's the notes over here. Speak just different words. Thus all his gesture tendeth to wickedness. He showeth to what inconvenience the idle persons and sluggards come, by calling them unthrifty, or the men of Belial and slanderous. Okay. Interesting, huh? All right. You gotta watch out for these people. They're all over the internet now. Yeah. Doing the same things. Lying, cheating, putting up false pictures, right? If you buy my supplement, this will cure everything that's wrong with you. No, it won't. Okay. Okay. You always want to watch out for the scammers on the internet that have a 45-minute video telling you all the wondrous things of something, and they never tell you what they're selling until the very end when they try to. It's called the hook, okay? Okay, there are 6 things that the Lord hates, 7 that are an abomination to him. Okay, this is very important. Okay? What is haughty eyes, looking down on people. Okay, a lying tongue. Yeah, these guys up here. Hands that shed innocent blood. Okay? A heart that devises wicked plans. Feet that make haste to run to evil. A false witness who breathes out lies, and one who sows discord among brothers. Well, that last one, in 19, is called a gossip. Okay, that's sowing discord among brothers. That is a gossip, right? That is an abomination, and the Lord hates gossip. Okay? Somebody, did you hear what so-and-so did? And you're going to tell somebody else, did you hear what so-and-so did? Do you have any proof? You don't even know. That's gossip. Okay, that's sowing discord among brothers. Mm-hmm. And he will talk about this over and over again. Okay, and I hate gossip. Okay, most of the stuff on the internet now is gossip. Most of the mainstream media news is gossip. Okay, just to sow discord among people. Okay? Remember that when you're reading this stuff, and just keep scrolling. Right? This is pride. Okay, most of this is pride. Right? Heart that devises wicked plans. Feet that make haste to run to evil. And you can tell these kind of people when they're rioting and somebody throws a stone or a chair or a bench through a store window. And now the store's open and suddenly everybody runs into the store to steal whatever they can. Right? Feet that make haste to run to evil. Mm-hmm. A false witness, I don't know what that is. Plenty of those around. Mm-hmm. There you go. Warnings about adultery. My son, keep your father's commandment and forsake not your mother's teaching. Bind them on your heart always. Tie them around your neck. When you walk away, they will lead you. When you lie down, they will watch over you. And when you awake, they will talk with you. Right? And he says this. He said this at the very beginning of every single chapter, except 6, right? So far, and it's still in there, right? Listen. For the commandment, the word, the Bible, right, is a lamp and a teaching, and the teaching a light, and reproofs of discipline are a way of life. Right? I like that. The Bible, the word of God. It probably says that over here. By the commandment, he meaneth the word of God, and by the instruction, the preaching, declaration of the same which is committed to the church. Right. The word of God, the Bible, is a lamp, and the teaching a light. Okay? To preserve you from the evil woman, from the smooth tongue of the adulteress. Do not desire her beauty in your heart. Do not let her capture you with her eyelashes. For the price of a prostitute is only a loaf of bread, but a married woman hunts down a precious life. Okay? Right there. Okay? Prostitute, that's fornication. Okay? Adultery is different. Adultery is when you get together with somebody else's wife or husband. Okay? A prostitute only costs you money. Okay? You pay them, it's over. Okay? A married woman, a married man will hunt down your life. Okay? Once you do that, because you're now involving other people. Can a man carry fire next to his chest and his clothes not be burned? Or can one walk on hot coals and his feet not be scorched? So is he who goes in to his neighbor's wife. None who touch her will go unpunished. People do not despise a thief if he steals to satisfy his appetite when he is hungry. But if he is caught, he will pay 7-fold. He will give all the goods of his house. He who commits adultery lacks sense. He who does it destroys himself. Right? He will get wounds and dishonor, and his disgrace will not be wiped away. For jealousy makes a man furious, and he will not spare when he takes revenge. He will accept no compensation. He will refuse, though you multiply gifts. Right? You get caught, right? You can buy them a new car, a new house, give them $1 million. You're not going to take away the jealousy, okay? Jealousy is the result of betrayal of somebody you loved and trusted, and that betrayal does not go away, okay? Okay, it can be forgiven. God can work, you can work through that, but the betrayal will always be there. It's jealousy, okay? And sometimes jealousy is just the fear of betrayal. People live jealous and they live horrible lives because they're always afraid somebody's going to take something, right? So there you go. That's Proverbs 6. Well, over the highlights, we'll talk about them, right? Co-signing, right? Don't co-sign for people, okay? And it will say later on in Proverbs, if you must co-sign, get a collateral, okay? Now, I would only consider co-signing, because my kids are well-grown and established now, but I would consider co-signing if they got a new job and they needed a car and they're really trying, okay? But I would also, okay, I will co-sign for you to get this car. Now you got a job, you're doing really good in school. I'm going to take your dirt bike and your Xbox and I'm going to put them away, okay? When you pay off this loan, you can have them back. If I have to pay off your loan for you, I'm going to sell those things to get my money back, okay? That's collateral. But in other words, just, get out of it. So, okay, lazy people. Go to the ant, O sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. Okay, they have no chief, officer, or rulers, yet they work. Okay, they all work for the good of the entire colony. Laziness. This is all about laziness, but little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come upon you like a robber, and want like an armed man. He says that same line over and over again, all throughout Proverbs, right? Okay. Scammers, crooks, thieves. A worthless person, a wicked man, goes about with crooked speech. Winks his eyes, signals with his feet, points with his finger, with perverted heart devises evil. All right? Let's say scammers are they're evil. Continually sowing discord. Therefore, calamity will come upon them, and suddenly, in a moment, he will be broken beyond healing. Right? There's really no notes over here. You show it to what inconvenience the idle persons and sluggards come by calling them unthrifty or men of Belial and slanderous. A worthless person. It says unthrifty over here. Right? Signs with his eyes, signal or speaks with his feet. Right? Instruction with his fingers. Stop, stop, stop. Right? Thus all his gesture tendeth to wickedness. And they're doing that because there's somebody else involved. There's usually 2 or 3 people trying to take advantage of one person. Okay? And they're giving signals to each other. Therefore, destruction will come speedily and shall be destroyed without remedy. Right? These people will get theirs. Right? And are broken beyond healing because when they're found out, it makes the news, okay? When one of these huge places overseas gets found out and gets raided, okay, everybody knows about it and everybody knows who they are. Oh, you're one of those people, right? Broken beyond healing. Okay, these are important. 6 things the Lord hates, 7 that are an abomination to him. Okay, the Lord hates these things, okay? Haughty eye, pride, looking down on anybody, okay? A lying tongue, of course. Nobody likes a liar. Hands that shed innocent blood. Heart that devises wicked plans. A heart that imagineth wicked enterprises. Feet that run to evil. Make haste, right? meaning the raging affections which carry a man away in such sort that he cannot tell what he doeth. Right. Haste to run to evil. We talked about that. Right. A false witness who breathes out lies. All right. And seventh important one. One who sows discord among brothers. Gossip. Okay. Solomon hated gossip. I hate gossip. You should hate gossip. Okay. And you can't get away from it now. Okay. Reality television is gossip. Okay. 90% of the stuff on the internet is gossip. Okay. Most of the mainstream media is gossip, telling lies, sowing discord, right? Instead of just presenting you with, these are the facts, make of it what you will, they will tell you, this is wrong, and this guy's dirty, and this guy did this, and this guy did this, when none of the stuff is even true. They just want to change your thinking, right? Sowing discord among brothers. Right. And then I wanted to get to adultery. This is a good one. The Bible, okay, that's the commandment. The Word of God, right? For the Word of God is a lamp and the teaching a light. Right? And reproofs of discipline are a way of life. There's a note over here for that. And reprehensions when the Word is preaching bring us to life, right? If you feel convicted reading parts of the Word, right? You should be glad that that was brought to your attention, okay? Reproofs of discipline. Just a note here, between the two. The price of a prostitute is only a loaf of bread, but a married woman hunts down a precious life. Right? Right? You pay a prostitute and it's over, okay? A married woman is different, okay? That's adultery. You're going to hurt lots of people. You're going to hurt your spouse. Their spouse is going to be angry and jealous, and he'll probably try to kill you, okay? Lots and lots of trouble. Hunts down a precious life. Okay? He who commits adultery lacks sense. He who does it destroys himself. Right? He will get wounds and dishonor, and his disgrace will not be wiped away. Right? That man slept with another man's wife. For jealousy makes a man furious, and he will not spare when he takes refuge. He will accept no compensation. He will refuse, though you multiply gifts. Okay? You cannot. A jealous man, if you've taken another man's wife, right? That jealousy knows no bounds. Nothing you can do is going to take that betrayal away. Okay? Not money, not cars, not houses. Though you multiply gifts, he will accept no compensation. Okay? Well, there you go. That's Proverbs 6. Some serious stuff in there, right? And we'll just keep doing this. Okay? This is the last time through, so we'll pay particular attention to a lot of these. There you go. Stay tuned later today. We are in the book of Acts still, in our through the New Testament in 1 year. We're day like 217 or something like that. Man, this year's going fast. Wow. So give us a like if you think about it. And tomorrow we'll do it again. See ya.